Hey guys, how many of you have a favorite sports team? Yeah? Okay, on the count of 3, I want you to shout as loud as you can so I can hear all the way at my house your favorite sports team. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Now let's say you went to your favorite sports team's game and you had front row seats and you're sitting there and you're so excited. And then you started rooting for the other team. Would you do that? No, why? Because you love your team, right? You're loyal to your team. You're gonna wear their jersey, you're gonna wear their hat, you're gonna cheer them on, right? All the way to the end. Now, what if your team loses? Are you bummed? Probably, yeah. You're probably bummed that they didn't win, sad that they didn't win, because you're faithful to them, right? You are going to support them no matter what, even if they win or lose. Well, today we're going to talk about a word in the Bible, and it's one of the fruits of the Spirit. And it kind of reminds me of rooting for your favorite sports team. Let's see what it is. So far we have learned love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness. The next one is faithfulness. And that word faithfulness reminds me of being faithful to a sports team, being someone that cheers them on, being someone that's always there. So today, I want us to think about the word faithfulness. Can you say that word with me? Faithfulness, very good. And faithfulness goes so much deeper than just being faithful to a team. In the Bible, it tells us that we are to be faithful. If we love God, we are supposed to be faithful. We should search to discover what that means. But how are we to discover more about faithfulness? Well, we have to look in God's Word. In the Bible, in Psalm 86:15, it says, "But you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious." God has so much grace on us, and He's slow to anger. Even though we mess up all the time, He doesn't get angry with us. And He's abounding in love. Abounding. That means His love is so much, we can't even contain it. It's so much. And He has so much love and faithfulness. So, if this is the love that God has given us, you can kind of see Him like, and God said He is abounding in it, so much more than we can take. And God says, I love you so much more than you can ever imagine. It is like this cup running in, but it's way more, way more, way more than we can handle. It is spilling over the top. It is more than we can even hold in our body. It is just spilling all over, which is more love than we ever can imagine, which is so cool that God would give us more love than we can ever know or feel in our heart. We are so loved by God. So, continuing on, it says that God's love is overflowing. This is who our God is and why this verse is repeated so many times in the Bible. God is showing us how important it is that we believe in Him. Our God is a faithful God. It is only from Him that we learn how to be faithful. If we really want to be faithful, guys, we have to ask Him to be faithful. And we have to look in His Word to understand what that means. So right now, I want you all to close your eyes. Close your eyes wherever you are. If you're at home, if you're in the car, close your eyes. And think about what we just heard about. If we are to think about everything we did and said, maybe this last week, have you been faithful to God? Think about it in your brain. Have you been faithful to God with your words, to your family, your actions to your family? Have you been faithful or have you been unfaithful? Open your eyes. Even if your life now is showing that you're unfaithful, do you know who can help you? And did you know you have great hope? Because God can help you. Christ died on the cross for our sins so that he can give us a new life, so that he can give us faithfulness, so that we can be kind, so that we can be good, so that we can be loving. Christ died so that we could be able to do that. And just like I said, that God's faithfulness overflows, God's love overflows in our life, that's because he loves us so much and he wants us to know him. And we're gonna mess up. I mess up all the time. Mrs. McCoy messes up all the time, right? But God is faithful to forgive us. And your mom and dad is faithful to forgive you. So when we do something wrong and we're unfaithful and we're unkind, we can go to them and say, hey, I messed up. Will you forgive me? And I'm gonna guarantee you, they're gonna say, yes, I forgive you. But it's always good to own up to, hey, I did this wrong. And you know what, guys? God is always faithful to forgive. So he makes that promise, boys and girls, and I hope that you can believe in that promise today and that you can be practicing faithfulness at home. Well, I love you guys, and we'll see you later.